Hi, I'm Papia. In this problem, we have this function f of x is equal to x cubed minus x squared plus 4x minus 4. We have to find all the zeros of this function using the fact that one of the zeros is 2i. So one zero is given to us and we have to find the rest of them. So first notice how many zeros will the function have? Well, it depends on the degree, right? So what is the degree of this function? The highest power is 3, so the degree is 3. Since the degree is 3, we know that f will have 3 zeros. So we already know one of them. We have to find the other two. Okay, let's see. The zero that's given to us, notice it's a complex number. It's a complex zero. And we know that complex zeros occur in conjugate pairs. So we can say that if 2i is a zero, its conjugate will also be a zero. So what is the conjugate of 2i? It's negative 2i. So this is another zero. All right, so we found two of them. We have to find one last one. So to do that, let's figure out what do we know about the factors of this function. We know that each zero corresponds to a factor. So if 2i is a zero, that means x minus 2i is a factor of this function. Also, we figured out that negative 2i is a zero. Therefore, another factor will be x plus 2i. Okay, so both of these will be factors to this function. Now, if you simplify, if you combine them together, this is x minus 2i times x plus 2i. You know, if you combine, it's a difference of two squares. This is x squared minus 2i squared. And that is x squared minus, well, 2 squared is 4. I squared is negative 1. So be careful, the negative times negative is actually positive. So this is x squared plus 4. Well, we already have the expression for the function. We know that x squared plus 4 is going to be the combination of the two factors. So we just have to figure out the third factor, which will give us the last zero. So how do we do that? Well, we can just use long division. So take x squared plus 4 and we divide the function expression by x squared plus 4. So the function is x cubed minus x squared plus 4x minus 4. Okay, so let's try to recall how to do this long division. So the first term is x cubed. What should we multiply with x squared to get x cubed? Obviously, x. So x times x squared is x cubed. And then x times plus 4 is 4x. So put it under here, under the x term. And then you subtract the bottom row. So change the sign. This becomes negative. This becomes negative. So let's see, x cubed minus x cubed. This will cancel. Also, 4x minus 4x will also cancel. Okay, so what will remain? Well, you bring down negative x squared and the last term, negative 4. So next, we have to cancel out negative x squared. So what should you multiply with x squared to get a negative x squared? Of course, negative 1. So when you multiply, you get negative x squared and a negative 4. Well, remember that the bottom row we subtract, so change the sign. This is plus, this becomes plus, and of course both terms cancels away. Remainder is 0. So what does that tell you? That tells you that x minus 1 is the last factor. All right, so that means the expression for the function, if you factor them, we have the two factors from here. One is x minus 2i x plus 2i, and the last factor is the quotient x minus 1. So each factor will give us a 0 of this function. Therefore, what are the zeros? From the first factor, it's 2i. We already know that. It was given to us. Next one is its conjugate, negative 2i. And the last one, it's 1. So those are the 3 zeros of this function. Thank you.